Welcome to Connect Gujarat. Connect Gujarat માં આપનું સ્વાગત છે and today we are going to have amazing conversation with Mr. Brijesh Patel, who is the founder and CTO of SNDK Corp. And the conversation that we are going to have is about Viksit Bharat 2047, technology's role in building a self-reliant future. So welcome, Mr. Brijesh.
Thank you, Khushbu.
So my obvious first question is specifically about your journey, how you ended up here. So we would all like to know that first.
Thank you for having me on this wonderful platform. My journey started, I would say destiny. So when I graduated, my background is BCom, and when I graduated from my bachelor's, I took up a course in computers. And then it was in 2000 when Y2K was very popular, and everybody wanted to jump on this bandwagon of computers. And when I took this course, during that period of time, I found that my logic was pretty good, which was, I think, a blessing in disguise. And then I applied for my master's degree in computer science in US,
Okay.
Which was a big jump. And then I graduated from there, worked in US for 12 years, in manufacturing company, and so I got to understand the full ecosystem of information technology.
Right.
And I learned a lot, and then I moved back to India, and I was, lucky enough to get the opportunity to work in the same technology field, and I started with consulting and getting on freelancing work, and I was on a retainer with that company also, and they helped me kickstart my whole IT journey here. And that's how this whole ecosystem of SNDK was born.
Okay.
And we started with software development, and then we kept on adding the newer and newer technologies wherever the clients needed to do whatever they wanted to do. So we were kind of a bridge between them and India, and we started this whole journey into information technology.
That's amazing. That's actually very inspiring too, for all the people who really wants to jump into the world of tech. So what was your first thought, like when before starting SNDK, something that you were really passionate about? What was that one seed of of thought that came?
So I mean, technology, I was always inclined in doing new things, and working on things and working on problems, and trying to find a problem and then solve it through technology. So that
Okay.
was my biggest, I would say, asset, which I thought, that helped me to grow and get into this whole technology field all the way till generative AI. And I'm still heavily involved in the whole architecture of anything we do. So I'm still doing some R&D with my team, and so I've had multiple hats, but I think that was the whole, kick which I
Kick.
got out of it. That like,
So it's always problem oriented, like
exactly.
you have to have a problem and then
Yes. Then I like to solve
Solve
that
it.
with the technology.
Great. So having worked across both India and abroad, as you said, have you seen India's role in global IT ecosystem evolve over the past 2 decades?
I think India has evolved as a technology, in last 2 decades, in a substantial way. I think it has grown leaps and bounds. So up till now, anybody into IT field was targeting only US and Europe and Middle East and all
Correct.
those markets. Now people are starting to get projects in India. Likewise, even we do projects in India right now. I mean, I would say 15 to 20% of our portfolio of projects and now are based in India.
Okay.
And they are not regular, creating a website or anything. They are hardcore new age technology like cloud computing and industrial IoT and hardware. And so those kind of projects we are doing. And of course, generative AI is a new thing that we are doing and working heavily on. So that's kind of pickup that India has done.
Right.
And look at the whole startup scenario.
Absolutely.
Tremendous innovation, tremendous funding is coming into India. So much of technology. If you go to Bangalore or Hyderabad, Pune.
Yes.
Tremendous, and I think Ahmedabad is also catching up.
Yes,
So
yes.
the whole startup scene, I think, even the technological backbone. Look at the technology that is being used in banking system. Phenomenal. I think even the U.S. and any other countries out there, they don't have such a technology in banking. It's phenomenal.
True.
I am very, very impressed with how India has taken up this whole technological forefront. I would say we're going to lead this.
True. Because India is such a wide country in terms of generations and cultures and everything.
Correct.
You really have to develop something which adapts to the ground level, like banking, as you said.
Yes.
Today, any normal layman person just downloads the bank app and
True.
just WhatsApps hi, and you get you
Exactly.
exact conversation.
And I think that's, I would say, still a smaller ecosystem. So one of the
Yes.
projects that we did for our client in Bharuch
Mm-hmm.
was this industrial automation.
Mm-hmm.
And we are a partner with this company called Ignition, and they are a very it's a software based startup and very expensive. It's not a cheap product, but they wanted to get their manufacturing backbone correct.
Amazing.
So just imagine, companies spending, lakhs and lakhs
Absolutely.
rupees just to get their predictive maintenance, be one of the best manufacturing companies out there. So it's a phenomenal growth, and I was very impressed with their
Thought
CTO
process,
and thought
yes.
process and how they thought and wanted to implement this in a turnaround time.
Right. So moving on, my next question would be that the vision of Viksit Bharat, as you said, 2047, is about building a self-reliant and globally competitive India. From your perspective, what role does technology play in achieving that?
I think technology is going to play a very, very important role in getting us to where we want, where our Modi ji wants to get, in one of the best countries out there in the world. And I think technology, if I look at the whole space, example how I gave you, there are companies right now, lot of Indian companies, the companies that I am associated with, they all want to jump into the bandwagon of generative AI.
Right.
Which was, prehistorically, how we were thought, okay, just want to have a website. They want to have a technological presence. They want to automate their workflow,
Correct.
automatically.
Processes, yes.
So those are the kind of things which are going to have a global impact. We are one of the leading generative AI users in the world. Just imagine.
Yeah.
India is one of the highest generative AI users.
And the creativity that people are using these techs.
Exactly. We have the cheapest data in
Yeah.
the world. We have a very sophisticated technological backbone in our banking system, finance system.
Right.
And that whole process is going into the small and medium businesses now.
Correct.
I'm looking, a lot of companies are investing in technology, and that's going to help them to get a very clearer vision. That's going to help them scale faster. That's going to save them cost. That's also going to help them advance their competition. So
Right.
they all, and this is a competitive world. Now you're competing with China, you're competing with Vietnam, you're competing with a lot of other countries
Correct.
who are also advancing into this field. So if India wants to be a global leader, if like Modi ji wants to be, technology is, I would say, the number one aspect that we all have to focus on and get there.
Right, definitely true. So Gujarat has historically been known for trade and manufacturing,
Correct.
but now we see it, as you said, emerging as an IT hub as well,
Correct.
because you are based in Ahmedabad. So what do you think is driving this shift, and how do you see Gujarat shaping India's technology future?
I think Gujarat is catching up pretty well. So I've been, setting up my shop in Gujarat since 2012, and I have seen it evolve substantially. The amazing part is all this tier 3, tier 4 cities are growing at an exponential growth.
Correct.
We're getting good workforce. I think there are good colleges now, which was, in past there were very few colleges for technology. A lot of colleges are coming, workforce is coming. So that shift is there. Now even I think in Gujarat's backbone is the small and medium businesses.
Correct.
If you look at apart from the few companies, one, two, three, lot of Gujarat is the growth engine for small and medium business.
Correct.
Everybody wants to be an entrepreneur.
Absolutely.
If you go to anywhere in Gujarat, they all want to be an entrepreneur.
True.
But that whole mindset is changing. People wants to have a quality of life, work-for balance. So that kind of shifting is so people are more focusing on the jobs rather than taking and diving into the businesses.
Interesting. So my next question is that India is becoming a hub for GCCs. How do you see this trend contributing to India's knowledge economy and global positioning by 2047?
I think the GCC word which came into existence, I think since last couple of years. So I mean, predominantly, what was India was more of a call center was the word we used to call it. So India was more predominantly call center ecosystem thriving, and then came the software development part. So then it became the software development hub. Now with all these different technologies, different innovations, companies are realizing that India's brain power and utilizing that brain power to leverage their main core business.
Okay.
So if you look at the growth sector in GCC, it's like 1,500 GCCs have come up since in last few years, and it's growing. And look at the technology and the advancement they do. They have R&D centers in medical fields, and they have financial R&D centers, and they have innovation centers in technology, and AI and all these different things.
Yeah.
So I somehow laugh at with few of my friends that I've been doing GCC since the inception. So we have helped companies. This is how we started. We took a company's problem, and then took our workforce and utilized that for getting them to a different edge. So when we started, we were doing software development. We were doing IoT development here, creating our own hardware and software and that whole vertical integrated systems. And
Correct.
then we helped them to even launch not only their e-commerce website, but also manage their e-commerce websites. So just imagine doing a 360-degree approach. So accounting is another field that we are partnering with companies and helping them to get across their accounting setup back, not only the back office, but also the analytics part of it, the KPIs. Right. So you imagine people looking at the KPIs of a company and suggesting and introducing their CEOs and CTOs and CFOs.
Right.
They rely on the data and the people over here to give them advice on this.
Right. So if you just have to name few, for the layman's understanding, for our viewers specifically, few names of softwares, as you said, one accounting that comes to my picture is Zoho, for example.
Correct.
So what you have developed, is it similar to Zoho's accounting or something like that?
So we have also developed few products. We have created a unified platform called it's basically cloud chat, and it's a collaborative suite. So that helped a company to grow and market itself. So they are using internally. So that's I would say a suite of you can say a competition to Zoom and Teams and task management in a simplified manner.
Right.
So we have done that, and we have another accounting system called Pandya and Team Locus. So we have created products out there.
Right.
So recently we created a new VoIP system, which is AI based.
Okay.
So if you go to any other AI based whole ecosystem, we created this system for a client, where their phone system is connected to AI and recording, and every recording gets a summary. So
Okay.
they predominantly use it for their support and back office
Correct.
and call center. So when a call is recorded, it's a conscious effort. Their support ticket went up and efficiency went up almost like 100%.
Right.
So where they were creating 200 tickets, they automatically started creating 400 tickets, because now the support staff knows it's being recorded. The summary goes to the person who has opened the ticket, and also the guy who has created the ticket, and the software developer who is going to work on that. So just imagine the power of this a simple utility,
Yeah.
right? So if you give that to any company, it's going to leverage in a tremendous way.
Absolutely, 100%.
And this whole thing we developed on open source.
Correct.
So no proprietary softwares are being used.
It speeds up the productivity as well.
Exactly. So look at the Zohos, and there are a lot of companies out there who are doing the similar setup. They're not only leveraging their technology for their own and their clients, but they're also creating products out of it. So
Correct.
So if you look at it, eventually Reliance and all those people will have their own softwares and products, and it's going to be a vertical integrated
Yeah.
ecosystem.
Correct. Amazing. So, as you said that IT outsourcing has long been associated with cost efficiency. How is the focus shifting today towards the value creation, innovation, and deeper collaboration between partners?
So I think so we as a company focus on 3 different pillars. Cost. So how can we save the cost to any company? How can we scale their ecosystem so that it's scalable to whatever and it's in parallel to the company's growth.
Correct.
So it should be scalable. And the third most important is the security. Right? So those are the 3 different pillars that we make sure that any technology or anything that we provide has this covered.
Right.
So our partners and our clients, they call me a bridge. So I'm the bridge between their technology and their their product owners.
Right.
So
Right. That's a great compliment.
Yeah, I know.
Amazing. So we were talking about, you were saying a lot about generative AI. So I have a
Yes.
question regarding that. That generative AI is one of the most disruptive technologies of our time.
Right.
So how do you envision it influencing the workforce? And do you see it creating new job opportunities or leading to displacement in certain sectors, which is a very talked about thing right now? And how should India prepare for this shift?
I think generative AI has changed the whole paradigm of technology. And I think it is all about innovation, right? I think there was a report from MIT that 90% of the products that are created fail in generative AI and POCs, they call it, which I don't think so is right. It depends on how you look at it, right? So generative AI is used for leveraging your workflow, your business workflow, where certain repetitive tasks are done in a very, very, I would say, in a very sophisticated manner. Which will save time, resource, energy, accuracy again.
Correct.
So which can help, it's going to help for the bigger purpose. Now, coming to the question of, is this going to replace somebody's job or somebody's work? If you're not innovating, it's going to replace you.
Correct.
So how can somebody upskill themselves? I think I always tell everybody that prompt engineering. I'm learning prompt engineering.
Same here.
Right? So how can you leverage that prompt engineering to make yourself more accurate,
Correct.
better person? You can work in efficient manner. So if you utilize that into your workforce or into your work, it can only enhance you.
Correct.
If you say that, oh, robots are going to take my job, I think it's far-fetched yet. At least, for the small and medium business or even the large companies,
Right.
To replace a human being is going to take some huge time, resource, and effort to do that.
Right.
And I'll give you one simple example. So we recently incorporated generative AI into a communication platform that we built for a client.
Mm-hmm.
And the users are they're not very highly skilled users. They are very, their purchase department, their sales department,
Right.
and they are not, and they are in India. Their English is not that proficient enough, or not very highly grammatically correct, I would say. And when we introduce that into correcting their language into for their emails,
Mm-hmm.
it substantially took a phenomenal hit.
Hmm.
So if you look at somebody's communication past generative AI, and if you look at somebody's communication very clear cut, very professionally wrote an email, which was, for them, it was eye opener, and they were so happy. The users were so happy that, wow, this is the greatest thing that you guys had made our life easier, so that we can email faster. We don't have to think and rethink and have somebody look over shoulders and make sure the email is correct.
True.
So that has helped. That was a happy moment for me, for when we saw that first project going live and getting this fantastic feedback. So and those kind of things that can help somebody. So we are doing OCR invoicing. So you just take a snapshot or scan an invoice.
Right.
It will automatically categorize it, and it will enter that automatically into an ERP system. So, and that's kind of 95% accuracy
Correct.
with all the categorization. So imagine somebody entering a data entry jobs are kind of, I would say, in trouble. So they need to find a better themselves, and then upskill themselves, how they can help in a better way.
Right. So if I put this all into a long thing short, that AI is here to enhance your skills.
Correct.
So start learning it little more in your own job perspective.
Correct.
And humans are not going irrelevant anytime soon.
Absolutely not. I don't see it.
Right.
I
Same
mean,
here.
I wish, but I don't think so. That's going away.
True. So stop being lazy.
Exactly.
Right. So next we come to cybersecurity. That was one of the questions I was really interested to ask. Is cybersecurity is now critical business issue? So for organizations, especially small and medium enterprises, what are some of the most common pitfalls you see when it comes to protecting themselves from cyber threats?
I think most common is not using firewall, not using your antivirus, and using outdated operating systems. I think those three things are the key. And I think fourth one, which is, I think, has been in place, is the BYOD, which is in the new thing that everybody brings their own device, connects to company's network. That's again is a big threat, which is still going on in a lot of companies. So we are.
Is it because companies do not want to invest in devices or build a huge workspace for?
I think it's both. I think I think people wants that ease of use, right?
Oh,
so
okay.
like example, in my company, if I tell somebody to keep two devices, one for office, one for themselves, they're going to have that, obviously. It's challenging then, and that communication is going to hamper. So we so BYOD is a very common phenomena, right? So that's the most challenging, how companies. So now companies are investing, making sure that whoever connects to their network are filtered. They don't have access to. They have only access to the company's important apps and things like that.
Right.
MDMs they are investing in. So a lot of companies are going into heavily investing in firewalls with all the cyber threats, and all these different kind of viruses are coming up, and ransomware, which is another big issue globally. So we are heavily now consulting our clients to make sure they're secure. Even whatever softwares they use, we audit them. We have a arm which is helping to audit the company's infrastructure, software, because people use that. And another, with the budding threat which is coming is the ghost AI.
Correct.
So let's say you don't know what's the effect, and you somehow by mistake put company's data into ChatGPT. Now it's accessed by anybody.
Anybody, yes. Yes.
So the ghost
Absolutely.
AI. So we are also doing sessions on helping understand the workforce, and we have a cyber security team which goes out and explains the threats and the loopholes of all these different verticals that are out there.
Right, right. So that's why it's important for a large corporation to have their own AI systems so that they don't use,
Correct.
the generative AI which is available publicly
Exactly. So that's
to
another.
safeguard the company's information.
And it's very critical. So we are creating a bot for KPIs, and we are creating a bot for SOP for internal companies, HR policies, plus also their machinery SOP. So their maintenance team can ask a bot that, okay, how to, what are the specs of this particular machine?
Correct.
It will come in a very, very sophisticated manner, and to the point, right?
Right,
So
right.
those are things that you want to keep it, and we guardrail. So we use Amazon Bedrock, which is guardrailed, so that the company's data doesn't go out.
Correct.
And we make sure that those models and all those things which are used are into a protected environment, and not
In a public
globally,
use, yeah.
publicly, where we don't know how it's going to go out.
Correct.
So we have a lot of times our clients come to us and say, hey, I found this AI SaaS product, and you just plug and play and do the upload your PDFs and upload documents, and then you get data, and you can create your own chatbot in these pennies. I was like, you want your data to go out publicly, then yes, use this. If you have this your company's proprietary data, this is something that I cannot answer this question for you.
Correct, correct, correct. So building on that, how does SNDK support SMEs in strengthening their tech requisites?
Correct.
Could you share some examples of practical solutions that work well for businesses within limited resources?
Sure. So I think I would say SNDK, as a company, I mean, me being the face. So as I mentioned you earlier, they call me the bridge.
Yes.
Bridge between the product owners, the head of the company, and the technology. So what we do is, what makes us different, to be honest, is we give them a solution, which again based on three things: cost.
Correct.
Again, India and even now globally, it's a value-driven ecosystem.
Correct.
People want to have value of their investment they do.
Right.
So we give them that value, we secure them, we give them the right solution, not only the solution that we can do. It's not my job to give them, okay, this is what we do, just and build around this solution. That's why we innovate, we research on their behalf, we become their technology partner, and help them to reach to a level where they can be competitive. They are up to the par with the global SMEs, and how can they be leverage their technology to upkeep their whole business.
Right.
I would say helping them to ease the workflow management. How can they save time and energy and resource to using cloud computing or the latest technology? How can they bridge that gap, right? And everybody doesn't know that. Luckily,
Yes.
we have teams. They are working on all this different technology. So that collaboration between two teams, which is very important, right? Let's say
Important, yes.
between your software team and your cloud team,
100%.
between your software team and your cybersecurity team, between your software team and your application and the network team.
Correct.
So those are the time, so that our turnaround time becomes much more faster. So that's how we leverage that and give a solution to our clients that can help them to scale faster.
Correct.
So and then we give suggestions on a lot of open source technology. We do a lot of time and resource in leveraging an open source softwares. Like the example I gave you for the VoIP ecosystem,
Right.
which technically that solution exists in Amazon, AWS provides that, but it's not for everybody.
Hmm.
You know, you have to have a big infrastructure, you know, in place. That what we have done is jugaad.
Right, right.
So we,
And it works well with SMEs.
exactly, they you know, and it's easy. It's not
Correct.
the full blown bells and whistles. We focus on, okay, these are the key things that we can give to the SMEs, and these are the requirements for them,
Mm-hmm.
and it solves their purpose,
Right,
right?
right,
So
right.
those are the things that we do.
Hmm. Nice. So finally, what advice would you give to budding IT professionals or entrepreneurs from Gujarat who want to make a mark in technology and contribute to India's growth story?
I think one of the thing, I mean, important is to find a you know, problem that you
Hmm.
can solve. You know, keep working hard. Uh, Focus. I think that's another thing I've been seeing missing because of the social media.
Hmm.
Focus is key point that you want to use that as your leverage, and you know, invest yourself in the newer technology.
Hmm.
Understand, be brave, and you know, do the thing.
Right, right. So a lot of, I think, deep work sessions are required for keeping that focus on point because it's
Yes,
too distracting. The
exactly,
world is
and world is going in a very fast pace,
fast
and I
pace,
think
yes.
professionalism. You know,
Correct.
you what you commit is
Mm.
what you give. I think that has helped me a lot, and
Mm-hmm.
that's what I learned from America. You know, like staying in America for 12 years. I think that's what I inherited from them.
Right.
That, you know, professionalism, value time,
Mm.
very important. I think India, you know, value of time is very critical. So I think that's what you need to bring it up, and keep working hard, and you know, I think we'll
Yeah,
get there.
yeah, yeah. So you, I don't have questions here, but there's one thing in my mind which I'll definitely ask at the end is that two values you said professionalism and value time.
Yes.
Three more. I want three more for today's youth that you could give, like five top, things you need as a budding entrepreneur or someone who's in their 90s, 20s, who's just getting started. What values that they have to stick on to if they want to have that really amazing careers in life.
I think again, you know, I mean, time, professionalism, commitment,
Mm-hmm.
then courage. You
Mm-hmm.
know, like have a confidence in yourself,
Hmm.
and after all this thing, keep a goal.
Hmm.
If you find your goal, you will find your niche.
Wow.
I think those are the things that I would say are the five key pillars to uh, the newer generation.
Mm-hmm.
And I think India needs this. If you have
Absolutely.
this in our young generation, I think we can be number one.
Right. Right. Thank you so much for having this conversation with us, and it
Okay.
was amazing hosting you. Thank you so
Good.
much.